Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to be doing another Just Crayons, and we're going to be in the Lisa Frank coloring book. It is $1. I got it from Dollar General earlier in the year of 2025. I was really surprised at the dollar price. Now, it says that it's a color and activity book. I won't do a bunch of flip throughs, but I feel like it's more activity than coloring. But I thought it would be fun to try out a few things. Something that I find very weird looking is this frog right here, which is different. Which frog is different from the rest. I think the reason why I find it odd or weird looking is because look at this frog and this lipstick stuff going on. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to our picture that we're going to color today. Right here. So we're going to color this little sailor bird. Is this a puffin? Because puffins look like penguins, right? But I think this is a puffin. I could be wrong. You let me know. Some of you are well versed in animals, and I am not. So let me know. I need to start putting these things back in their little cases. Some of them will snap well, and then some of them won't. Like, look, snap today. And we're going to be using our crayons, the limited edition crayon set, even though not all of them are limited edition, but we're going to be using those. And also, I'm going to do something a little bit different because it is Lisa Frank. And you see how the colors are just bold and wild and different. And I think that's what we're going to go with here today. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out some colors and then we will come back. All right, so I pulled out Razzle Dazzle Rose, Purple Pizzazz, Wild Blue Yonder, Magnet Mint, Magic Mint, excuse me, and Vivid Tangerine. And I think we're going to start off with their feet being Vivid Tangerine. And for just crayon, I think that's what I want to go with. We're just going to use crayon, so nothing fancy. I did watch someone say how they wanted to enhance their crayons, and they wanted to the color, and they wanted to make it look richer and deeper, and make it look more artist coloring. But we're just going for fun here. We don't need to make it artist anything. And we're going to use this sun glow to go in between. So for the webbing part. Now I know that this probably looks a little bit too tame because I was thinking, I don't think I ever owned a Lisa Frank coloring book when I was a kid. But I'll tell you this, I was weird when I was a child, and weird in a good way, like with colors and stuff like that. I never really. I remember one year I shouldn't have got it, and my mom let me have it, which sometimes you choose your battles and you have to learn, and now I have a story for it 1,000 years later, right? When I was younger, we had went to Payless because Payless was the place that we went for my shoes, and I had got some dress shoes. Now these dress shoes, now that I look back on it, were horrific, but they were Lisa Frank all the way. They were black shoes with a bunch of stupid designs on them, like all kinds of weird purple. They were dress shoes, but they were like over the top dress shoes. Over When I say over the top, I mean over the top dress shoes. Too over the top actually. And my mom was like, "Are you sure you want those?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want these." Those are the ones I got. She's like, "Are you sure?" Because when you're poor and you can't afford a lot of stuff, because things are easier for us now, right? We have Amazon, AliExpress, Etsy, eBay, Temu. Fill in the blank of all the inexpensive spots. We have Shoe Carnival. A lot of those little fancy shoe spots didn't exist when I was growing up. And well, well, I learned my lesson. I needed some dress shoes for a program I was participating in, and I could not wear those. They had to be solid black. Solid black shoes, y'all. I didn't have any solid black shoes. Guess why? I had those ugly purple and black and all them other weird color shoes. So I learned my lesson fairly quickly about certain things. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll still bust out in a bold color blue top now or coral. I think coral looks really good on my skin tone. So I tend to have blue and coral shirts a lot. I think they look good on me. So I'm still weird. I still wear horrendous outfits from time to time. Not all the time, but I do. I'm sorry about this shadow. There we go. I know I'm left-handed. I can't fix that. I wouldn't try if I could. Like, I attempted to try doing right-handed stuff before, did not work out. So I'm trying to color all the little small things that's covering up everything, and then when we get to the big stuff, we'll be able to enjoy it together. And the reason why I'm choosing to use colors in the coloring books that are actually little kitty kind of coloring books is because of the paper. It's thin and it will definitely bleed through in marker. Now, some coloring books I have picked up from the thrift store have little kids where they've colored in them with markers because I think sometimes this inchworm has a weird stray color in it that when they did the mixture, you see right here, has some striping in it. But I think sometimes, hmm, let's try this again. Um, they're just doing it with the color pencils. Like sometimes maybe you're going to your aunt's house and they stop at the Dollar Tree or whatever, and they say, get, they may have nothing else. And little kids are like, oh, I'm gonna get these colors, these markers. Like my son wants to color in his coloring book with markers. I'm like, no, crayons. Uh, okay. I have a lot of good memories from coloring in coloring books. When my mom used to color with me, she used to color so pretty, so adult, so amazing, so dainty. I still color outside the lines, and I'm okay with that too. I am okay with that. We don't always have to strive for perfection. Just happy, right? I don't know if you all are familiar with Reddit, but I am on Reddit, and I've seen where people are posting these beautiful color pages with a hoo markers and They're writing. Someone wrote a while back, and I'm shocked I didn't get in trouble for what I said. It was like, did I do this wrong? Blah blah blah. Do you like it? Can I fix it? It was a spot that had messed up, and I wrote, you know, color how you want. Don't try to make us happy. Like we're no one. We're strangers on the internet. Unless it's a family chat, and you're like, look, family, look at what I did, and you had that one negative relative that's like, oh, that's ugly. Why did you color it with the purple? Something like that. But in normally, the picture was beautiful so far from what they had done. I was like, this is me paraphrase because I can't remember. It was a couple of weeks ago now. I said, don't. I said, color how you like. If you want to color everything pitch black, you could. It's your art, not ours. I says, I know it's not a very popular opinion, but do whatever makes you happy. Color because you're doing it to have fun and not to show off the work that you're doing. People are coloring like, did I do a good technique? And everybody's like, what technique were you going for? Because if you ask someone for their opinion, they're going to give you their opinion. It may not always be a good response, also. So that's always something to just keep in mind when asking people for their opinion. They're not going to always give you, yes, that's great, or no, that sucks, or nah, I don't think you should try that one. I think because you ask for their opinion, and a lot of people on the internet just decide to be very rough. Um, I've seen where people are posting, ask a question like, what do you think of this? And people are like, that's stupid, or that's dumb, or that don't make any sense. I have a friend who posts on Reddit, and they always attack his stuff. And I'm like, don't worry about what the people say. Did you enjoy doing it? Did you have fun? Did it make you happy? And if that's the case, then you did a great job. Like, I am not sure what this bird is wearing. I feel like this is a vest over his striped shirt. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's fashion, honey. It is fashion. Lisa Frank is just, I feel like Lisa Frank's art style is true expression, right? It's like all the colors that you can come up with met at a party, and it was like, hey guys, here's one for the road. Just throw what you got at me. They threw it, and the creature that asked for that, they got it. Am I one of those creatures that got presented with all the weird stuff because I was so weird when I was a kid? Probably a good recipient of that. This color right here is called Breathe Deep. I do believe that this is a puffin, though. I think it's not a penguin. Maybe it's not even a. I will say one thing that hasn't changed: the color book paper, the inexpensive coloring books. I feel like they get this newsprint paper and it's deeply discounted. Now, I know that we talk a lot about prices and things like that, but I feel like some things shouldn't be increased. Like kids, the ability for you to be able to buy something for your child should not be one of the things that loses its. I'll get, if I have four kids, I can get all four of them a different coloring book, two boxes of crayons, and we'll see what happens from there because, that may be all you can afford. When I was young, crayons were not cheap, though. They were not that cheap. So I used to cherish my crayons. Now I went to Family Dollar, and Family Dollar wasn't around when I was young, but Family Dollar was there when I was like, or maybe we just didn't go because I don't know the establishment date, but it was around when I was middle school. The more and more I think about it, because I have friends that are older than me, and then I have friends that are younger than me, and then I have friends that are close to my age. And when I say older, I mean like maybe 5 to 10, 15 years. And they are so much younger in spirit than I am. They're so much sprier. And I'm like, girl, get it together. What's going on? I mean, the older people, not the younger people. The younger people are like, oh, life is woo. I'm like, I hear you. But we're trying. July is swooping down and swooping out, right? Um, I am laying down this blue a little harder than I guess I would have liked to. No, I think I'm doing a good job of what I want to do, not per se how I wanted to do it. Yeah, that's a bit much. A bit much. It's very waxy. I mean, I expect it to be waxy. Did you use Crayola growing up? Do you use Crayola now? Crayola is that gateway for artists, like true artists. I feel like every artist in the States, at least, I'm quite sure worldwide, but I'm just going to keep it local. In the States was like, look at my drawing, mom. And it was a beautiful picture. She scrapes it off and goes right back over it. I did. Shh, don't tell nobody. Um, I have more crayons out the box than I do in the box. So this color is called Blizzard Blue. Blizzard Blue is awfully close to this other blue, which is called Breathe Deep. And this is a kindness crayon. And these are regular crayons. I mean, they're both regular crayons, but I think this is in the color of kindness. So that's one of the color of kindness colors. That's really cool that they had it like that. Did you think I was going to take the opportunity to miscolor it using my favorite colors? You gotta be kidding me to think that. Oh, left-handed Frank. I'm joking. Uh, yeah. And then this color is another kindness color, and this is called Spread Your Wings, and that's what they're doing. Spreading their wings of joy. I don't know if they're getting ready to dance. I feel like they are celebrating something. I don't know what though. Coloring for me is always just very soothing. I rarely get stressed when I'm coloring an image, even though I'm probably freaking my freak about the project that I'm doing. The coloring aspect of it, I normally do not get upset. I don't get worried. I don't get anything. I'm just like, "Ugh, it's gonna be fine." Now the colors that we don't have in here are white and is this the black? I think this is the black one. Yeah, but look, it's all chumped up right here. I need a gray. Got another blue, but I don't want to use that blue. I mean, you know what? No. I was say we could probably go with blue. I mean, it is. Let's see. I just want to color his this top part. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Cause you can barely see it. I'm putting the color down, not very heavy, but it's like a light gray, gray and blue. It's called sky blue. No, it's not. Yeah, sky's the limit. All these references of flight and taking leaps of faith. I love it. It's navy blue, not midnight blue either. Denim. Hmm. Is this because it's gold? This is another kindness, a warm hug. A warm hug is not showing up for the party. A warm hug is still at the food tray eating. All right. This color not that bad, I don't think. A warm hug. And it's the color of kindness crayon too. I know that I have purchased a few color mediums and did reviews on them. I had watched someone talk about this box of crayons and they were kind of like befuddled. So, same with me, why they would put the kindness color label in with this box. And I think it's cool. I don't know if they ever came up with a real answer, but whatever the answer is, I think it's pretty cool how they put other colors from other crayon boxes in. ultimately we don't have really that many colors. They just keep taking these and blending them together and calling them off pink and deep cherry and purple opaque and opaque purple, opacity. What is an opacity color? Transdescent, lucent, mauve. Because the colors of those colors only because we say that those are like if we grew up thinking that this color was purple, that blue would be purple, wouldn't it? All right. Not very Lisa Frankie. I know. We're getting there. I don't think I'm gonna color the back. We're on the struggle. We're on the struggle bus, and this is when I get stressed out. Not coloring, but the project. Because now I need to make a decision. Do I color the grass or no? This color right here, I'm not very happy with. Razzle Dazzle Rose. It's not dazzling or razzling me. Just so you know, it could just be me using it improperly. Putting it down and moving it to get the color off of it. But yeah, I'm not impressed with the Razzle Dazzle Rose. It feels stringy. If you don't know what stringy is, I just made it up. The word to be stringy is where the color comes out, but it feel like you know how when you cook, if you're cooking something that needs to be mixed and you don't mix it all the way, especially like a powdery substance and it still has that clump in it. That's exactly how this crayon feels. Stringy. I do like how they got the flowers. Now I'm not sure um, if they just copied and pasted the flowers and then moved them around the page. I'm assuming that this is an older image because it says copyright 2022, I believe, on the back of the book. But Lisa Frank has been around for a long, long, long time. And if you have been looking at any of their coloring books from a while, because I think Lisa Frank still has the copyright information, but I think that a company runs Lisa Frank. I had watched a, a small little segment of the Lisa Frank brand because I think it was there and then it wasn't there. So I think I could be wrong, but I think that it's ran by a larger corporation. But I think she probably still does the artwork. But I feel like these some of these images can be recycled images because this is just a rose. It's the shape of a rose, right? And I'm under the impression that this rose bloomed into this. That's the impression that I get. But I'm definitely open to true definition. I'll probably go and look up Lisa Frank again. I had looked her up a while back because of Berry Crafty. And this was years ago, a couple of years ago, because she likes Lisa Frank a lot. And remember when the Dollar Tree was actually a dollar? They used to sell all these stickers and stuff. And then when I go to these little spots, people just buy all the stickers up and then they resell them for $2 or $3 to $5. I'm like, oh, really? Really? That is the goal, huh? Okay. That is the goal. Mm. We need a non pinky color. So let's make this the statement. Now, I do think that if we were coloring this on white paper, like regular paper, we could have probably went in and gave it some deeper highlights. And we could use color pencil as well. But I just want to use just the crayons. I want to just be able to reconnect with the younger me when she would sit on the floor or at the table and just color for a few hours. Like I was more artistic then than I am now. Never like a good artist. I was never like a good artist, but the intent was always there. Like the intent was heavy. Um, I'm gonna do dandelion. I think dandelion is a returning color. Yeah, dandelion, raw umber, magic mint, lemon yellow, blizzard blue, orange, red, mulberry, violet, blue. Dandelion gonna bring us on home. So I wanted to do random colors and I wanted it to still look cohesive. I'm not sure if it looks cohesive enough to me. It just kind of looks. I like the green a lot, but I feel like the green is so overpowering. Like the bird is amazing because we use regular colors on them, right? Probably not traditional sailor colors and probably not traditional bird colors for him, but I think my eye just needs to adjust that we are not doing a traditional image because the green is so vibrant. It's like very overpowering green. I think I'm okay with that. So let's see. No, that ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna color over the pink with Dandy. Come through, Dandelion. That's why they pulled you out of retirement, huh? They was like, listen, a bunch of people that color random pages, they need you back. Come on out of retirement. Put the remote down. That episode of Jerry Springer you've seen 35,000 times. Come on. Or whatever Judge Court show you watch it. My aunt used to watch a lot of Jerry and those court shows. And that's what I call them, the court shows. Like my mom, I used to call her stuff she watched black and whites because she used to watch a lot of Turner movie classics or AMC's. Like another black and white? Oh, no, mom, I can't come in here and watch this with you. Then I find myself sitting there getting hooked on the storyline. Oh, goodness. Those are the times that I will never forget with those lovely people. I miss them every day more and more. Life seems to get harder as you get older. It's supposed to get easier sometimes, and it just ah. There's a meme or a picture of a little girl sitting in front of a house on fire, and she's smiling, and it's like everything's fine. But the person on the inside of you is like running around, fire, 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 and you're putting on that happy face. Adulting is not easy sometimes. As I've gotten older, I've become less why. Why is this person doing that? And more like, I can see that. We did pull out this magic mint. So what I'm going to do is just outline this. The more and more I look at this picture, the more and more it gets weirder. Like, where does he? Is he in the backdrop? Where is he at? And why are the pictures hanging around the sides? I don't know. This is definitely something that I would do it by crafting, but why is it there? This crayon box does not have a good amount of crayons of different things. It has a lots of oranges, blues, and greens and pinks. Not a lot of browns, no grays, maybe one gray if that. Not a lot of grays though. So we're just gonna take this magic mint and color in. I do not like doing backgrounds. You know why? Because I feel like it's a waste of paper. I mean, the pigment, the medium that you're putting down, unless it's white. Like on a background, a white background with white paint, I'm there. When it comes to like putting down color, and then we're using Magic Mint. Magic Mint just came out of retirement. Magic Mint is like, oh, all of that is all my show? Whew, okay, let me stretch. I feel like Magic Mint and its green are good partners, very good partners. And I think sometimes with a large background, I change my coloring from up and down to circles or whatever, and you could tell, you could see it. Like that circle right there. What is that circle, ma'am? We just got this little part right here. So yeah, I'm not a background colorer. Now you know why. I've changed the angle of my coloring pencil. I mean my hand and the thing from up and down to circle. Now I'm going across. I do feel like you need to pick one struggle and keep that struggle. I guess backgrounds are my weakness. I mean, we're gonna get it done. Is it gonna be a pretty background? Probably not. Am I sad about that? Absolutely not. He's the star of the show, not this grass that's green when I could have colored it any color in the world. But nope, Magic Mint was the color that we chose, and Magic Mint is the color we're using. This don't look magicy or minty to me. Just so we know, it looks green. Mint is more lighter in my opinion. That's okay. They're kid crayons, and I'm not a professional. I'm no artist. I'm not coloring the sky anything. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed our creation. You'll probably see this completed image before you see the background workings of just crayons. Anyway, I want to say thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, happy crafting.